And now for something completely different. A great movie. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Picture This, the Best Picture Movie Review Show, hosted by the person who's seen the least amount of them. It is week something. And boy, do we have a picture for you. My name is Alex, and I could have once been described as the Thin Man. With me is one of the many people that didn't descend from the house of Rothschild, Jack Pinchuk.
I'm going to pretend to understand what that means.
It's one of the other nomin.
I didn't see it.
Also joining us and looking for one night of love, it's Matthew Chan.
That one I did see.
Hello.
Great. It's kind of okay. So this is gonna be okay. So this is gonna be a very poorly planned show because our two probably most charismatic members probably are not here. You see, Adelaide Spence is still on their flirtation walk of Cannes, so they will not be joining us. And Caleb Coe was auditioning to be an Eskimo in a Rob Reiner film. So, yeah, we won't be seeing either of them. And for that joke, I will probably be asked to leave this community. So yeah, hey, Spence is in the chat.
Yeah.
Cool. Great that you didn't show up for work today. Here I am in the jacket, shirt, and everything, and you're just like in the chat. That's cool. So yeah, we watched a movie this week. Completely independent. I feel like honestly, I haven't seen you guys in a while because
It has been a while.
we didn't watch. Matthew, I haven't seen you in like 3 weeks, but like Jack, we didn't watch a movie this week. I don't think.
Yeah, no, we didn't group watch anything together, which makes me kind of sad. But
the person that I did group watch, one of the nominees, like isn't here. So like, why? That's right. I don't. Yeah. Okay. Great. So we watched It Happened One Night. That's what we're doing here today. It Happened One Night. Which is we're getting into the capper of it all. Yay. And surprise, it's awesome. It was great. It was dope. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep this episode really short. So we're just gonna go to the ratings right away. Right away. I don't care what the format for this show is. Matthew, what did you give the It Happened One Night?
Yeah, it's a great movie. It's a 4.5. Yeah.
Okay, great. Cool. Jack, what did you give It Happened One Night?
I gave it a 4.
Okay, a small drop. And do we have the ratings from the?
Yes, we do. Spence agrees with me. Gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, and Coho is Team Matthew with 4.5.
Cool. I'm right though, because I gave it a full 5 stars. Any outstanding performances?
Wow, we're just cruising.
Any outstanding performances?
Yes, we got Clark Gable here as Peter, who gives a great charismatic performance. Just really fun time to watch him on screen anytime he's on screen. Also, Claudette Colbert, who has not 1, not 2, but 3 great performances in this year, winning the Oscar.
This was the year of Claudette Colbert.
There's a 4th one that she wasn't nominated for, I'm pretty sure.
Damn, wow.
Yeah.
Well, four great performances then in 1934 for Colbert.
I honestly I thought Clark Gable was gonna be great, but I was really surprised by Claudette Colbert. I'd never heard of her before, but she like killed it. Matthew, an outstanding performer.
I have to agree. I think both Clark Gable and Claudette Colbert, they just give excellent performances. They're both very charming, and also their chemistry together is just a delight. And then for Claudette Colbert, I did watch 2 of the other movies that she got nominated for. So it's just like I didn't know about her before It Happened One Night. So it was cool to see those other. You're really
gonna make us do the extra credit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, we are.
I guess we should talk about It Happened One Night then. This is the second Capra film to be nominated for Best Picture. We reviewed Lady for a Day. No, get them out of here. You can be in the chat, but like. No, because I show up to do this show every week. I prep show notes. I communicate with Jack about the freaking review that goes up on Letterboxd. I get messages from Jack all the time. All you have to do is show up, and you know what time the show is every week. Anyway.
Someone's salty.
Yeah. It's a 3-person show today. I have to try and spice things up. Anyway, yeah, it is the second Capra film to be nominated for Best Picture after Lady for a Day, which we watched last week. I really liked Lady for a Day. I thought it was really good. This is like you can tell that like that there was like a lot of glow up for Frank Capra. He got like he like figured it out in like the year within like the first few months. Oh wow, shit, internet. Thomas Scully records from his basement or someone's basement all the time, and we don't say anything about it. No, put that up. That one we can show. Thomas Scully records from someone's dungeon like 2 times a week. You have no excuse for your internet. Anyway, that's the last one. That's the last one we're showing. Unless they contribute like a really good point. That's the last one we're showing. And it's like it's just what? Hang on, what?
Never mind. Go.
No, yeah, you could definitely tell that Capra has like figured it out, or at least got an idea that he like worked a bit better. If you've seen It Happen One Night, I guarantee you've seen at least something that was inspired by it. When I watched it, I started thinking about. I did. You know what? That's a good one. That is a good one. I just bought another one, by the way. I did. I bought another one. You're gonna love it. It's not like high in the shoulders. It's more like low. Anyway, so yeah, I guarantee you've seen the stuff that is imitating it, the stuff that came after it, the stuff that is directly inspired by it. Has anyone seen Leap Year with Amy Adams?
No, I have not.
Oh my god. If you watch it, you're just doing bad. It Happened One Night, because it's like another road trip, let's fall in love movie, but we don't like each other yet. Yeah, and it's like really good. This is the first film in the history to win the Big Five, so that's pretty notable. God, does anyone have a pair of sunglasses?
It's also just like one of the first rom-coms, basically.
Yeah, actually, one of the first pure rom-coms. Did you know that apparently when they were making it, they were like, this sucks. Like the Claudette Colbert was like, I don't know what we're doing here. This is dumb.
Yeah,
because this
is a good point, so I'm putting it up.
This is the blueprint for every rom-com ever made, and it's better than most of them. Any movie where people are like stuck together and then fall in love for that amount of time, like you're watching It Happen One Night, but probably done worse. This movie's so good. I mean, I didn't really want to do this, but I guess if we have to.
Yes. Come on, Alex.
Actually, I should probably look up what the plot of this movie actually is before I watch it. Can you imagine if that was like, if I just winged it? That's not right.
You should.
Okay, you do it next time. Next time Coho doesn't show up. By the way, I'm the only person besides Jack. The line segment of Perfect Attendance is just me and Jack at this point. Oh, don't forget. Don't think that we forgot to do we're closing with the yelling at the dorks that missed the episode. We're closing with that bit. I don't care at all. All right.
I have to find a movie for Coho to yell about.
Oh, don't worry. That's how we're gonna fill the airtime. Okay, boys. It happened one night. It's all about this newspaper reporter, right? And he just got fired because he's low-key bad at his job. Actually, I'm wrong about that. We got to start over. It's actually also about this heiress that married this, like, guy, Wesley King. I think he's related to some guy from Twilight, right? And they're gonna run away together, but this girl's dad has got her on this boat, and she just runs away because that's something you can do. And she has no idea how to survive in the world, right? So she gets a bus ticket, and he's also on the bus, and then the plot of the movie happens. All right, glad we did that. They fall in love. It's not, you can't.
Okay.
I mean, okay, fine. Some stuff does happen. She gets hit on by this creepy guy. And he like, that's the moment actually where they're like, yeah, all right, I should probably stop this. I'm probably the protagonist of the story. First she like falls asleep on him. The bus stops, and he's just like looking at her. There's like a lot of great tension in this movie. I think that this like one of the real strengths is like from the moment that she wakes up having like slept on him for at least some of the night. There's like a sweet amount. He's just like looking at her like, will you please, ma'am? I really liked it. I don't know, like some stuff does happen. Like obviously she's hit on by a creepy guy. They encounter some like obstacles in getting from Miami to New York, I think, right? Is that it?
Yeah, because she gets off the bus and then tells the like bus driver to wait for her, and then she goes to the hotel, and then the bus didn't wait, and so
Yeah, it's okay. So to accurately recount the plot, he recognizes her because he is a reporter. It's his job to know things, and kind of decides it's his mission to like follow her and make sure she gets to wherever that she's going, because the story is probably going to be good. She's missing. She's been reported missing. There's a reward. And she's reasonably famous. It's in the newspapers. Her picture's in the papers. It like her marriage or engagement to this guy, Wesley King, I think is his name, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
King
like
Wesley.
big news.
I think his first name is King.
King
Wesley. King Wesley.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's like big news. And so they have to like try and figure out ways to travel incognito. And that means like lying about their identities, pretending to be a married couple, sharing cottages, it's saucy. And just like generally pretending to be a couple. I think that to like zoom this out, because I think most of us aren't aren't experts in classic film. I think to bring it into like a more modern context, the tension between these two is made very physical by like the line that's between them. They hang a clothesline in all their rooms and put a blanket, like some kind of sheet, and they dub it the Walls of Jericho, right? Yeah. Which is like a very nice like 30s way of saying like these two are ready to go. These two are so ready for it. The only thing that's keeping these two apart is that clothesline of like they're so ready for it. But like in the films that are coming out now, the tension would just be oh absolutely. Oh, without a question. The in more modern movies, the that is, it doesn't exist. It's more metaphor. Like it would just be, I have to make a phone call and I didn't make that phone call. It'd be like hokey, but because it's like a real thing that they've agreed to not like the only thing that's stopping them from falling into each other's arms is this like sheet. And I know that, and you know that, because the one time, both times that the sheet isn't there, they wake up the next morning or like they fall into each other's arms. Like it's so obvious, and it really is actually like kind of brilliant to just have made like metaphorical tension real. I think, you know what? The scene, let's talk about it. The scene where he undresses in front of her. They've put up the clothesline. They've put up the sheet. They're in a cottage alone, which is quite scandalous, I would say, for the 30s. He starts going, oh, okay, you're going to stay here for this part. All right. And he starts like monologuing himself undressing. And he says, a lot of guys start with this, and a lot of guys start with the hat, and a lot of, and he just starts taking off pieces of clothing one at a time, and he's testing. Oh God, he's testing to see how comfortable she really actually is. Takes off the hat. Is that good? All right. Takes off the next piece. This good? All right. Takes off the shirt. Still here. Okay. Cool. Goes for the pants. When she goes for the pants, That's when it becomes too much. We're not there yet. And then I think actually I think it's that exact same scene. Like she just like absent-mindedly flips like a bit of clothing on like the clothesline, and he's like he's like, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna test the boundary. That I'm gonna once again be the one that tests this boundary. Hey, would you mind taking that down? And she's like, because again, they're not there yet. This whole that whole bit is brilliant. And it's great. I've been talking for a really long time.
I have a fun fact about that scene because Clark Gable was originally supposed to have an undershirt, but he was having so much trouble taking it off that he just removed the undershirt altogether, and this decreased the sales in undershirts around the country.
Wait, really?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So okay. So apparently people saw that scene and were like, "I'm not wearing that undershirt. I don't know if it'll help, but it can't hurt." That's brilliant. Thanks, Matthew.
That's incredible.
No, I don't know how many people look like him in real life. So okay, great. Jack, anything?
I mean, like, are we just gonna go with like standout scenes, or like what do you want?
Yeah, like what do you like about this movie? Because I think it's just
I think the chemistry between Colbert and Gable is just electric. Like every scene, like the two of them are just playing off each other perfectly. I can't. Oh shit! What's a good? I can't think of it off the top of my head because whatever. But no, this movie's got some great moments between the two. When they're improvising the fight, when the police come into, like, the detectives come into the room, has me in stitches every time. It is absolutely hilarious. Just it's hilarious in an uncomfortable way, because it's these two cops. I think there's only two of them. Whatever. They walk into what they think is like the middle of this like domestic dispute between this husband and wife, and Colbert and Gable just play off each other perfectly in that scene without even really saying what they're gonna do. Gable just starts going for it, and Colbert catches on, and it's just so much fun to watch their back and forth through that scene and how uncomfortable they make the detectives. And when they hear knock on door again, they go right back into it, and it's someone completely different, so they just drop it. But no, that scene's a lot of fun to watch. It's just a great example of like uncomfortable comedy. Like I can't think of the right word, but whatever. Yeah, no, I always think of that. Like when I think of It Happened One Night, there's a handful of scenes that immediately come to my head, and that's one of them.
Sure. What else? So, okay, to continue with the plot, they're trying to get to the place. Eventually, they realize that they are actually low-key kind of feeling it. The bus breaks down. Okay. The bus breaks down. Well, the bus gets stuck. They're found out. The bus gets stuck. It's like a whole thing. And so they're just like, well, we're not staying here. We're gonna keep on moving. Partially because they're like running out of money. There's like some hijinks, whatever. Some stuff gets stolen. It'll happen. But they're in a place. They're just like sleeping out in a field, and this is like when the tension stops being tension and just becomes like purely romantic energy. There's not the clothesline there anymore. We don't have the walls of Jericho. And so they do just like literally fall into each other's arms. She like makes a ultra aggressive play. And like, to be clear, he's into it, but we don't have a bed right now. We're in a field.
You are sleeping on a pile of hay.
This is so not the move. Some more stuff happens. They are eventually like, they do eventually accept that this is real, this is happening. All right. And he kind of does a rom-com thing. He sneaks away. He gets access to a car. It'll happen. And he goes the rest of the way, tries to sell the story to his old boss, and for $10,000 or something, which
1,000 or something like that. Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And just so he has something, like he's a broke reporter and she's an heiress. He wants to like have something to his name before he like goes, listen, I know you're getting married, but like don't do that. I mean, do that, but not with that guy. And she wakes up, she like, where's the guy? And you know, you can't, it becomes like a rom-com very quickly toward the end. And then it like fixes itself. It fixes itself. You should watch it. It's like pretty good. I mean, you should have already seen, I should have already seen it, but like you should watch it.
5 stars. It's pretty good.
5 stars. It's pretty good. I would say it's pretty darn good. I like it a lot. I don't really get excited about a lot of stuff though. This is just my vote. So yeah. Bring up the ratings. Bring up the rankings, Jack.
Oh right, the rankings. Okay.
This is gonna be a short episode.
Yeah.
It's like the problem with like talking about this is that like it's just like really good. And so like we could just sit here and talk about what makes it awesome. And we have for like 20 minutes.
All right.
We go now to the best picture rankings, the power rankings. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's number 1.
I agree.
Yep.
It's number 1.
You know, All Quiet on the Western Front has some really good qualities to it. And I want to thank it for its many years of service to picture this. Because it's really done like when I thought of the best movies we'd watch for this show, I really did think of All Quiet on the Western Front until last week when we watched like Private Life of Henry VIII and Lady for a Day. And I actually don't think Little Women is as good as All Quiet on the Western Front. But like we had some really good movies last week. And now we're just continuing that with It Happened One Night, which I think so far like definitely has our highest rating, right? Like, the fact that any of us gave it 5 stars, it's like
the average rating for It Happened One Night is a 4.4 out of 5. This is our highest rating by far. Like All Quiet is 4.1. So
yeah,
like,
and honestly, I think some of you have gone a little low. But it's all right. You know, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to argue with your rating. So that puts It Happened One Night firmly in first place, with All Quiet on the Western Front, who we do thank for its many weeks of service, still at 4 stars. Grand Hotel hanging in there in the top 5.
Yeah.
Wings. Remember Wings?
Wings. That's right.
Remember Wings? And Cavalcade, for some reason, is in the top 5.
And I believe Coho also has this as his number 1, while Spence and I do still have All Quiet above It Happened One Night.
I'll be honest, I did not update my personal rankings, but so far, yeah, I would say that of all the movies we've watched so far for the show, It Happened One Night has definitely been the best one. Cool. We'll probably take that away.
Yeah.
Anybody do any extra credit?
I mean, yeah, I did, but do you want to rank the standout performances first? Like, do we want to pick Gable? Colbert.
Yeah, I think actually I think Clark Gable is really good. Let's bring up those ratings. I want to see what we're at. Where are we at with this? Because I'll be honest, Clark Gable's like pretty darn. No, bring up the rankings.
The ranking letterbox.
Bring up the rankings for.
Oh, you said ratings, and I was so confused. You said ratings, and I was so confused for a sec. But that's okay.
Executive producer Jack Denchuk. You're our tech guy.
Yeah, man.
Has anybody seen Baywatch?
Yeah,
like the Baywatch movie that they made like a few years ago. Anybody seen that movie?
Nope.
No. All right.
We can stop talking about that now.
Why? That's a fun movie. If we were gonna watch a movie tonight, I'd just Baywatch. A guy's dick gets stuck in like a beach chair. It's hilarious. Ooh. I mean, who do we decide our stand-up performer is? Who's gonna perform? Because I'm all in on Claudette Colbert. Like this is very clearly.
We'll go with I go with Claudette Colbert.
I personally go with Clark Gable. I think he's got a lot more fun fun comedic moments in the film. In a lot of that, especially between like the scene with him and the guard on the bus or whatever his name is, but the one that's just constantly like, oh yeah, and he's like, you got me, yeah. That I think he's a lot of I think he's a lot of fun in just every scene, and I think Claudette Colbert, while great, doesn't really reach the same heights as him in this.
Jack, it's 2-1. It doesn't matter.
Fine, then.
Thank you for your candor, though. That was great.
I think also just like watching two other Claudette Colbert performances, I just like, can really see more of like how she stands out as well.
No, to defend Claudette Colbert in a way that's more eloquent, I do think that Clark Gable is like the unchanging character in a like, or at least the less changing character. Claudette Colbert is like the more like active player in this. Like she starts out like a sort of very naive, trying to figure this out. By the end, she kind of has. Okay, so
where do we want to put Claudette Colbert? Because I think we can confidently put her above Wings, but like where on the range of All Quiet to Grand Hotel do we want to put Colbert?
Yeah, I really like Lionel Barrymore.
I would definitely put it above All Quiet. I'm still. I
would put it above All Quiet.
Above Lou Ayres. Okay.
All right, this is it.
Do we want to go above Lionel Barrymore, or is he still the king of the stand-up performances?
I don't think that I do. Hang on. I don't think that here's the thing. I really like Lionel Barrymore's performance in Grand Hotel. So I'm actually gonna say that this is pretty good. Hang on. We're gonna see if this, did they send us anything at all that we can work with? The dorks. No, this is when the chat got really gay for a bit.
We didn't even do it.
Yeah, okay, so Coho is not here, so he doesn't get a say. But he really liked Clark Gable, so that would tie it up, but he's not here, so it doesn't matter. Overall ranking, number 1 with a bullet. Yeah, we did that already. We did that. Yeah, I know, Jack. Wouldn't it be awesome if Adelaide and Coho were, so at least we would have like a tiebreaker? That'd be so crazy. But we don't, because they're not here. Yeah. No, they didn't. Yeah, so they're just like being really lazy this week. No, I think this is good. I think this is good.
We can, I guess, like for next week, if
we can update this next week, but like this is probably fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Lionel Barrymore stays on top. Grand Hotel is winning something. Yep, Grand Hotel. It happened one night. Go back. You hear me reading these, right? Go back to that page. No, just hit the back button. It happened one night. Takes second place, right behind Grand Hotel. All Quiet on the Western Front stays. Wings and the Broadway Melody is in our standout top 5. All right, Cimarron and Cavalcade was really suck. Okay, so yeah,
they do.
Yeah, no, they do. I remember them. We saw them recently. So yeah, that's probably good. Probably close that down. We don't need that anymore. Okay. Did anybody do any extra credit? I watched.
Do you want to go to the fun facts before we go through extra credit?
You have more fun facts? This is a great
more fun facts. There's yeah. So during the hitchhiking scene, I think when Frank Capra asked Claudette Colbert to expose her leg, she initially didn't want to do it, and then she saw the body double, and she was like, "That's not my legs," and she ended up doing it instead.
What a great scene as well.
And the hitchhiking scene is great.
He's like bullshitting a bunch of like. Well, one, you see, you got a great story about the farmer's daughter. It's like so hokey. I love it. Wow, that turned my lips a little bit better than I wanted them to.
It's also okay, great. The protagonist never kissed in this movie.
Oh, that's right.
He's not on screen. Not on screen.
Not on screen.
And-
Yes.
Well, I mean, the walls of Jericho fall at the end.
Boy,
so
did they come tumbling down. Oh my god, we have to do the How Gay Was My Valley.
Yeah. Matthew, you're in charge of the song this week.
Yeah, you're in charge of the thing.
Uh.
That'll do.
That'll do.
Will do.
All right.
So hello everyone and welcome to Random Bullshit Podcast.
How Gay Was My Valley.
How Gay Was
The
My
podcast-
Valley.
podcast,
This week, to be honest, this isn't like a really gay movie. There's like gayer movies we've reviewed. Jack, bring up the thing.
Okay.
Sure, it'd be cool if you had the stuff ready. Like, all I'm saying is you knew
takes
we
a
were
minute.
going to the. No, that's standout performances again.
Shut up!
All right.
I didn't change it yet.
You're not
There
even
we
on
go.
the edit page. All right, so How Gay Was My Valley?
Be like that.
I'll be honest, this is like above Cimarron for me. Like, this is not gay.
Yeah.
Like there's
Mhm.
nothing outright like gay about it, but
I don't think it would like call you a slur. It'd be like, you're one of those. See, all right, well, live your life.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jack.
there we go. Shoot me, please.
Yeah, something above Cimarron is probably
Having a
right.
stroke.
Great. Cool. So Grand Hotel's seriously? Well, actually, that makes a lot of sense. Grand Hotel is still. Hey, Grand Hotel winning in another thing. Man, Grand Hotel's doing really well in that. All Quiet on the Western Front takes the number 2 spot. There were a lot of like stripping soldiers in that movie. The Broadway Melody and its Kissing Sisters. And Wings with its like very like high level erotic tension between the two leads. Yeah, they were attracted to the women in that movie, sure. Yeah, and then It Happened One Night, by lieu of having sexuality, it takes the number 5 spot in How Gay Was My Valley. I think this is the end of the podcast, probably. I might end it. Honestly, if I say that this is the end of that bit, we probably will stop doing it. All right, we can put that one away. What other bits do we have to do?
Well, we need the extra credit. Also, play the end song, Matthew. Yep. Okay, there we go. Now we can move on to extra credit.
Now.
Extra credit. Yep. So you know what? It's very rare that we get to offer like what we call fan service. You know what I mean? But me and Coho watched a movie with one of our number 1 fans, Andrew James Barr, spelled incorrectly, which I think is suspicious. And we actually watched a movie that he really likes, called The Thin Man, which, if you remember from the intro, is actually one of the other Best Picture nominees. And that movie, if you haven't seen it, is fine. It's okay. The 2 leads are actually great. Like, if you really like, honestly, actually, The Thin Man, out of all the movies that we've watched so far, has the most modern script.
Mhm.
Has
Yeah.
the most bantery scripts that we. Matthew, you saw it?
I did.
What'd you think?
Oh, I think it's great. I think it's a really fun movie, and
Yeah,
especially because of the 2 leads.
Yeah. Oh, Nick and Nora are awesome.
Mhm.
Nick and Nora are the best alcoholics in film. They're so
Sorry,
cool.
what?
Yeah, no, The Thin Man is one of the other Best Picture nominees, and it's about a husband and wife, most of the husband, but it's about like a husband and wife detective team. She's rich, he married her, they're both done working. They're just doing it for fun and because people are like, I have a case for you. So the thing is with the script though, is that it's actually a lot. It's modern in the sense that they have no idea how to make it work correctly because they know that like there's no reason for these people to like be involved in the story, Nick and Nora. So the writer just decided, well, what if everyone just brings the story to their house? So like they're at home drinking, at home throwing parties, at home sleeping, and the writer will just decide the plot's in your living room now. Good luck with that. Which I think is a really weird technique. I don't know if I approve of it, but it technically happened. So I think that's neat. Yeah, we watched this with Barb, me, and Coho, and I'll be honest, I fell asleep the first time. There's like a long stretch of movie where you're waiting for the murders, and the murders do not start right away. It's more like, I don't know, Death on the Nile. Like it takes like a while before there's like a body, or even like a disappearance. Actually, no, the disappearance is almost right away, but like the murder is like 30 minutes in, and it's not a long movie, y'all. Yeah, the story around Nick and Nora, the husband and wife, is like fine. It's like a whodunit.
Yeah.
About like, oh no, I'm missing $5,000. Did you take the $5,000? And then that person's dead. So it's like, yeah, you know, it's fine. I really, really enjoyed the chemistry between the husband and the wife. They were really, really good together. This actually spawned a bunch of sequels as well that I kind of want to see, like Loki.
Yeah, I'm definitely
And
interested because
most of them star the same two. Matthew, what are their names?
William Powell and Myrna Loy. Myrna Loy was actually supposed, or she auditioned to play Claudette Colbert's character in It Happened One Night.
You should have. It was great. It should have been
great.
Cool. Yeah, she would have been great at it. Yeah, and again, having never heard of Myrna Loy or William Powell, I'm big fans of both of them. They can both stay. Can't wait. I would watch 10 out of 10. Would watch more of their movies. However, the story is not great, so I unfortunately have to leave it at a 3.5 stars. Which, if he were here, which he isn't because he's a dork, Caleb Coho would agree, because he did agree when he sent that to me earlier today. 3.5. So, now, do you have any more thoughts?
I have it as a 4. I think I really like the dinner scene at the end. I think that really helped, like just the whole setup.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, this is like a comedy. Like this is like murders and stuff, but this is like a comedy. And how do you resolve a comedy like murder script? You invite all of the suspects to dinner and just start accusing and see what happens. You just start guessing and you see what happens until one of them like literally starts shooting. It's great. I think I think that the dinner scene is great. I think the scene where like the gangster comes to Nick and Nora's in the middle of the night, I think that's great because he's like, what is the thing? He's like being held at gunpoint, and the guy's like, let me tell you my story, and the guy's like, all right, shoot, wait, wait, not that. So if you haven't seen The Thin Man, you're a fan of like I don't know, screwball murder mysteries. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe check it out. You might like it. Bar will give it like a sterling recommendation. But like, do you really trust someone who's misspelled their own last name? I'm just saying. I'm just gonna say it. Like, I'm just saying. I don't know. Me just bearing everybody today. I'm in a weird mood. I had to work this morning. That's probably it. So yeah, who else did anybody do? What other did anybody do any of the nominations?
I don't know. I did more.
Yeah. Same.
Jack, what did you watch?
Let's see here. First one I watched was Cleopatra with Claudette Colbert playing Cleopatra, which, my goodness, she's great in that. Probably between the two, probably the Colbert performance I like more. I don't know. It's close between the two of them, but I thought she was great as Cleopatra. I love the production design, how they had best art direction at that point in the Oscars history. So how the fuck that didn't get a best art direction nomination is beyond me, and a best director nomination, because that movie is very well directed. It's got a whole host of great performances from let me quickly pull up the cast, but Claudette Colbert as Cleopatra, Warren William in the first half as Julius Caesar, and of course Henry.
Do your best.
Wilkinson, well, whatever his name is, as Mark Antony. They've got some great chemistry, both of them with Colbert, but it's Colbert who steals the show and makes this movie just so much fun to watch. So I really liked Cleopatra.
I was not as big on it as you, Jack.
But where did you guys want to put The Thin Man on the ranking? Because we still have to do that.
Oh my god, just interrupt him, why don't you? Actually, I would say, let's see.
Drag it up. So
this is tough because I didn't see most of these. So Matthew's probably gonna have to make a decision for The Thin Man. Because I didn't say, like, if based on Koho's recommendation, I would say somewhere around like the champ or like the front page or something. But Matthew.
Oh no, definitely bring it up because I think The Thin Man is better than the Divorcee. That's the only one that I've seen until we get For Lady for a Day. A film that I think is superior to that.
So, whereabouts?
Okay, do you think it's better or worse than Shanghai Express, Matthew? I
think it's worse.
Okay, better or worse than 42nd Street?
I think it's better. Yeah, I think that's a good.
Cool. That'll do. All right, and Cleopatra. 34.
All right. So not Cleopatra, but that movie takes its place number 9. That's fine. Top 10.
Yeah. And then for Cleopatra, I guess. Claudette Colbert is great. I think she's just very charming, and she does a really good job of playing this very like seductive role. Really fun to watch. But I don't think the male leads are all that great. I think it also kind of hurts them to act against Claudette Colbert because I feel like because she's such a standout. So, and I just didn't think that story was too interesting, but still enjoyed it.
Cool. Fair enough. Where'd you put it? Nominated for somewhere. Where's Cleopatra going?
Well, for me, Cleopatra would be high, but knowing that Matthew's not nearly as high on it, I'd be happy with putting it just below Shanghai Express. Or just a below Sunrise.
I would put it below The Thin Man. I would put it lower, but like I think where would you put it, Jack?
I mean, well, I'd have Sunrise a good deal higher, but like I'd put it like right below Sunrise for me. I really enjoyed Cleopatra. But I'm happy with where would you put it?
I would put it like right below Smiling Through. So I think if we just put it right under The Thin Man, I think that's fair.
That's a good compromise. Yeah. I think. Cool.
Okay, all right. Working together. Yeah. Okay. So, what did we see any other movies this week?
One Night of Love. Jack and I both saw that.
Right. Yeah. One Night of Love.
Or did you guys see it like separately? Because I didn't remember Mike getting an invitation. Okay, I'm just checking.
Yeah, no, that was I watched that just after work.
Fun fact: I didn't know that we were doing that. I didn't know that until until like just now. I didn't know that because like I used it in the intro for Matthew this week. That's cool. Great. What'd you think?
Matthew, you can go first for this one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's that good. I think the story is very thin. Like Grace Moore is a great singer. Like she's the opera scenes are really great to watch because she can sing. It's very similar to like Pygmalion or My Fair Lady, where like it's her and then like she has a mentor and then they fall in love or they have like this whole romance thing. I didn't really care about the relationship that she had with the mentor or like the main like romantic guy that she likes. But there's like some creative moments of filmmaking. It's just kind of very mid.
Yeah. I was a little higher on it. I didn't care for the guy a whole lot, but I did really gravitate towards Grace Moore. I thought she did a great job of bringing this otherwise mid movie to maybe a little higher, but I gave it 3.5 stars, but it could easily go down to a 3 for me.
Interesting. So we're gonna bring up the ratings for at least one more time.
I watched like 3 more, I think. So
Oh my god. Okay.
This is the last one I saw. Where do you want to
All
put
right.
it?
Where's it
Manuel?
going?
Because
I would put it.
Oh my god! I just realized that this show's gonna take forever to do. When we, this show's gonna take forever to do. We have to argue
All
about
the
all
extra
this
credit
shit.
that we do.
Oh my god, we made a
I
mistake.
put it above the divorcee.
Okay.
yeah, I'm fine with putting it above the Divorcee. I haven't seen Seventh Heaven, so I don't know how I feel about putting it above that, but I'm fine with above the Divorcee.
Okay, everyone gets to pick one extra credit movie. But even that might be too much. Okay. Great. So now we still have 3 movies for Matthew Chen to talk about.
All right,
We
man.
did not see them.
Yeah.
Let's go.
What other films did you see?
All right, the next one I watched was Via Via.
Okay.
Or Viva Via.
Yep.
Hey,
How was it?
Bad.
Oh,
So
okay.
like aside from like the whitewashing of like this Mexican character,
Oh no.
it's also just so boring. I didn't really, yeah,
Is this the Pancho Villa movie?
yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Dope. Who played Pancho Villa?
Wallace Beery.
Oh, okay. That
From,
sounds like a
Grand
not
Hotel.
Spanish name. Okay, cool.
But yeah, it's not good. It's really boring. You really feel the length. It's almost 2 hours, so
Oh no. All right. Well, that's not good.
definitely like one of the longer movies we've had to watch that like from the nominees.
Sure. All right.
It might be
There
at
we
the
go.
bottom of our extra credit list. I had to.
I think it will be because right now, Bad Girl is the only thing.
Yeah, I put it below Bad Girl. I did watch Bad Girl just to prepare. I'm trying to like watch all the extra credits that we talked about. So
I'm trying to
yeah,
get there as well. But it's taken a while.
okay.
All right.
I'm
Next
fine
one.
with putting it there.
Okay. Next one I watched was The Barretts of Wimpole Street, which Norma Shearer and Frederick March. They're
Sure.
they have great chemistry together.
The return of Norma Shearer.
Yeah, and then she was in Smiling Through with Frederick March as well. And
Oh,
so
cool.
yeah,
The return
this
of
is
Frederick
once
March.
again they're playing a couple,
Mm.
and it's great. Like they have really great chemistry. I think it's even better in this movie than Smiling Through. Charles Laughton plays the very overbearing father.
Yeah.
He's just like very demanding and like commanding father who like she has to like do this thing. Like she cannot go out. She can't like date people. Then usually it's a trope I don't like, but I think Charles Laughton just plays it so well. Like you can really feel like the fear that the children have of this father, and so
Sure.
yeah.
Where are you putting it? Where is the Barretts of Wimpole Street headed up on our list?
I would put it above 42nd Street, and then maybe above something else. If above Cleopatra, below The Thin Man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to watch The Barretts of Wimpole Street now.
And the last one I watched was Imitation of Life, which
Right, the other Claudette Colbert.
is the other Claudette Colbert movie that was nominated for Best Picture. And she's great. I think this is definitely her weakest out of the 3 that I saw, but she still does a good job. It's touches on the subject of race a little. It's interesting because in the 30s it's about a biracial, or not really about a biracial daughter, but like there is a character in here that is biracial, and they touch on the subject of passing, which is pretty interesting, but it doesn't really focus on that. It's not the focus, so it's kind of like very loosely touches on that subject, whereas the main story is about how like Claudette Colbert and then this African American woman, they like start their own business together, and then the second half of the movie focuses on this romance that is pretty terrible. I guess I don't care about the romance at all. Like I would much rather focus on the story that's like interesting about like the race, subject of race, and but yeah, I think it's still a good movie. I think it's worth watching.
All right. Bring it up, Jack.
Fair enough.
Am I
There it
burying
is.
people too much this week? I don't know. All right, and Imitation of Life. Where are we putting it?
I would put it above Seventh Heaven.
All right. Below Smiling Through.
Matthew
All
Chen has spoken. I don't think that it's out of the top 10 too much, but we have some new. We got some new folks just hanging around. Yeah, looking good. Love it.
Cool.
Hanging up in the top 5 spot. Lady for a Day. Heartbreaking. So yeah, we're gonna switch gears a little bit to the unnecessarily mean part of the show. Because it's time to yell at some people about their movie opinions, and because they're not here, and they're they never will be. So yeah, we're just gonna do we want to do like a 2-for-1 and like yell at like a movie that they both like, or are we doing like separate segments? I'm the host of this show. I should make the decision. No, we're gonna do two different yelling segments today. One is for one for Spence, who is yelling at me for some reason right now. Oh, I have a match to host. Well, sorry, I didn't know about that until like 45 minutes ago. And this show's done every week. You'd know that if you were on it every now and then. Yeah, so what's movies does Spence like? No, random bullshit from Khan. Do we have stuff picked out? Wait, did everybody pick out? Are we just betting on me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I already yelled about the person being
I'm going with Old Reliable with Spence. Twilight.
Wait, are you? No, you have to do the same. You have to do the same. Why? Ooh, highest first. What do you like? Oh, am I gonna yell about Scott Pilgrim vs. the World today? Because I might. Yeah, that's gonna be the one. Everybody have one for Spence? I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna try that again. Does everybody have one for Spence?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, Spence, your attendance has been worrying me a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn up the punishment to 35 seconds because I'll be honest, your truancy bothers me. So yeah, we're just going to do like 35. Maybe like 35 seconds.
Okay.
On just a movie, and we'll find out what the movies are in a bit.
Yeah.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World gave people to more bland nerds than any movie in history. This movie ruined high school for like a solid decade. I know that because I was in high school at the
Holy shit!
Then you ruin it by casting someone like Chris Brown.
You remember he was dating a girl in high school at the time? High school.
Makes no sense.
You gave that 5 stars, Spence. A lot of people did. And Coho, you're absolutely not famous either, Mr. Einstein's entire personality. Oh, look at that. It's all right. We got to find one for Coho now. Honestly, I have more to say about. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I do like that movie though. What did everybody else choose? I'm curious.
I went with Mamma Mia. Here we go again.
Oh, that's dreadful. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's awful. Jack, what did you do?
Twilight.
Why?
Because that movie's shit.
No, it isn't. That movie's great.
I picked the movie that I like and then shit on it because.
Sure. To be fair, I also really like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I just have a lot of thoughts on it. Caleb Coho really resisting the urge to just not shit on your actually made works. I feel like that'd be really mean. What do you? The outfit. Yeah, all right. Hook. He likes Hook. I think that's disturbing. Pirates? Nah, fuck that.
I've got mine.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't have mine yet.
hang on. It does occur to me that we could have done this ahead of time, but like, I would no, it's not the show. Ooh, Rulers just in the Earth should not do that one.
Just do it.
No, I shouldn't do it.
I don't know what it is, but just do it.
No, I will be asked to leave this community forever if I do that movie.
Now you have to put it in the private
I mean,
chat.
nothing I'm saying is actually what I feel about the movie, but you know.
That's the thing, Jack. No, I don't. No, I've already done the Suicide Squad. Is the problem? Yeah. Okay, that's it. We found it. We found it. All right. Everybody have one?
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is co-host first week, so I think we can go with an even
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, we weren't gonna give him the 35. I mean, that's absurd. So yeah, we're just gonna do a nice 30 seconds on screen. Brought to you by nothing. All right. So
His
person saves the
Kid
Rear
Holy
Window.
shit, why-
James
Imagine
Stewart is
thinking
a
that
wooden
La La Land
plank
is
of
a
an
good
actor.
movie.
He
Dude,
does not
I don't
deserve
understand.
to be in this movie. This movie is otherwise glorious without him. And here he is
They
just sitting in a
animation.
chair.
They can't
The
dance.
literal
There are
metaphor,
better
the
animated
literal
movies.
Crazy
interpretation
how
of him as an
Holy
actor.
shit.
I'm just gonna
Why
sit
did
in this
you
chair
make
and
it?
sweat
That's
under the
not
lights
Hard
because that's who I
The
am
ending
as an
is
actor. Love
terrible.
James Stewart. Yeah,
Mid
look at
Coho.
that's a real shame. Yeah, it's a real shame.
Wait a
What
minute.
are you
I
doing?
heard James Stewart. You actually do Rear Window?
Yeah, I did Rear Window because James Stewart in that movie is a plank of wood. So yeah, I did Rear Window. And then Jack, what did you do? I didn't exactly hear. I feel like I've been yelling a lot. for
I did
this.
Cars.
That movie's fine. And Matthew?
I did La La Land.
I did Cars.
I really like La La Land. I actually also
It's
really
great.
like Cars.
I love La La
Rear
Land.
Window's
It's my
fine. I
favorite
just think
movie.
the lead is boring as fuck. Ooh, I'm gonna sit in
You're
this chair
so-
and sweat under the lights. Yeah, so everybody, I have a match to host, so I'm just gonna wrap this up. That was it. That was the outro. Bye.
I do wish we could chat longer, but I'm having an old friend for dinner. Bye.
Holy shit, Al.